I recognize our elder statesman, Chief PJ Kunke. I recognize my bosom friend and brother, Chief Tony Ayade. Chairman of Council, I recognize you. The party is supposed to be supreme, it's supremo. Chapter chairman, I recognize you. Very amiable leaders of Obudu, I recognize your work. Members of my entourage, I greet you. Today is part of my walking visit to the Federal Constituency. Yesterday we were in Obanliku local government. We went around some of my projects, those that were completed, we commissioned them. Those that were not yet completed, we inspected them. It only behoves on a member of the House of Representatives to be responsive to the people, particularly at times like this, to spend time with your people, to talk to them, interact with them, look at the projects you facilitated to your constituency, see where the challenges lie, so that when you go back to Abuja, when we resume plenary, you know where to make amends and where to touch more on the lives of your people like you have been doing. So that is the reason for this walking visit. Today we got into Obudu. Thankfully we've been able to commission, I think, about 3 projects. We inspected 1. And we thought it wise.
Let's clap for him
And we thought it wise that before we leave the local government, we should interact with the stakeholders. First, to tell you our mission in the local government. Secondly, to talk to you, tell you the journey so far, and ask for your support and your prayers that we end our tenure peacefully and happily. I cannot thank the Obudu people enough for the support that I've enjoyed from Obudu Local Government. From my first tenure as a member of parliament to this second tenure, I thank the Obudu people immensely. Chief Tony said when he was speaking that Obudu will come second, and I've always showed bias for Obudu. But let me adjust what he said a little. Someone has observed, and rightly so, that even my Bekwarra people, when they are coming to my house, they come through the front door. But when Obudu people are coming, they come through the kitchen. So you can know who is really number one. So I thank you for that love and that support. And again, like Chief Tony said, we have our son, the governor of Cross River State, who, as far as I am concerned, is doing very well. But for the singular reason that he's from the Northern Senatorial District, some mischief makers want to create a narrative. Yes. They want to create a narrative that when they had a governor from the south, he did well. When there was a governor from the central, he did well. And that our own son from the north is not doing well. We will reject that narrative. I was privileged to serve as Secretary Caretaker Committee. Chief Tony, you were Chairman Caretaker Committee in Obudu when Donald Duke was governor. I was privileged to serve as Chairman of Council and as Commissioner for Works when Neil Imoke was governor. And now I'm in the National Assembly with our son, the governor. The truth of the matter is that all these governors did well, but none of them was perfect. None of them was perfect. So you cannot use the little imperfections to begin to harp on the fact that our own son is not doing well. Our son is doing extremely well. Look at the factories he has put in place in Cross River State. Look at the industrialization. Look at the roads. He's paying salaries as at when due. He has expanded governance and is carrying the burden of paying so many people as his appointees. He's putting food on the table. He's sensitive to the plight of the people. What more will a governor do to show that he has the interest of the people at heart? They say that when you carry your masquerade to the playground and your masquerade demonstrates small and you show say you know the fear, everybody go say that masquerade nothing dey inside. The person wey carry am no say nothing dey, na why you no dey respect am. But if you carry your masquerade, it demonstrate you self run, they go say something dey that masquerade though. Say even the person wey carry am no say something dey, they fear. So now we go start to celebrate our song. The people of the Southern Senatorial District celebrated Donald Duke. Till today they still celebrating. Yes. Even on nothing, they hail lamb. If he enter, they hail lamb like say they won't die. The people of the Central celebrated here and they are celebrating today. If we don't celebrate Ben, nobody will celebrate it for us. I had cause to speak in Obanliku and I told the people of Obanliku that if we allow this narrative sink, it will not only affect us, but it will affect our generations yet. Because the narrative will be that the Southerners did well, the people from the Central did well, it's only those from the North that did not do well. Tomorrow when you have a son or a grandson aspiring, they will use that. Let us reject that narrative and tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell our people the truth, and let's continue to support our son, the governor of Cross River State, Senator Professor Ben Ayade. To celebrate the festivities, I thought it wise to do some little reach out to our people. My reach out started with a medical outreach, which was even before Christmas. We had a medical team that went around the 3 local governments, even though Obanliku was rescheduled for January because it caught up with the timing of the festivities. But they went around and attended to the health needs of our people. And during the festivities, I'm sure you all had some little goodies here and there, rice, chicken, cow, to celebrate and make merry with your families. I also thought it wise that to come here, there are few persons that I call stakeholders that I may not have reached out to personally. I said I should come interact with you and do some little token of reach out. It's not in the magnitude of what I give, but it's in the sense in which I give it.
In the spirit. In
the spirit of the season. They say even kola nut with love can be shared among brothers. So, that is the reason I've come here today to interact with you, to thank you for the support you've given me thus far, and to continue to encourage you to support us. And as we move forward, where we have not reached, do not be afraid to draw our attention to it. Where we can make amends, do not be afraid to point out to us that these are areas we can make amends. My doors are open, my ears are wide open, I'm a phone call away. Please feel free. As stakeholders, I don't think there's anybody in this room that do not have your number or that you will call me and you cannot reach me. Please feel free to carry the concerns of your people on your shoulders and reach me when you need to reach me. I also want you to appreciate that yes, in Abuja I may be very busy sometimes, so it's not every time that I may be open to taking calls, but you all know how to reach me. If you call today, you send the text message, definitely at some point you will get to engage. Let your demands be the wishes of the people. Let it not only be personal. I appreciate it more when someone calls me and says to me, oh, in my community, this is what we're suffering. When we went to commission a project in Upe, right?
Yes.
In Upe.
Yes.
I had cause to tell the people of Upe because they said this is the first time a project from any government has reached that particular community. And I told them that all thanks go to Peter because he did not allow me to rest. He kept telling me that, look, the only thing you can do for me is to attract the project to this community. And as he bothered me, I did that for him. So I enjoin all of you as you talk to me, as you talk to the governor, as you talk to your leaders, please have your community at heart. So that tomorrow even makes it easier for you as you go to the field to canvass and talk to your people. Have what to point to, so that you don't go empty-handed and they ask you that, oh, all these years you've been telling us to follow these people, what have they done for us? If you fail in doing that, that failure is on you because you did not bother me enough. Maybe you were thinking of your personal interest and you forgot the interest of the community. On that note, you can't blame me too much or blame your leaders too much. So this is my simple message for you. I thank you again for all your love and support. Tomorrow I'll be doing an empowerment. I'll be sharing cars, tricycles, bikes, sewing machines, grinding machines. And there is a team that has been put together for Obudu Local Government. I think that team is chaired by Brother Kenneth Agla. Peter is the secretary of that committee. And I thought it wise, because of past experiences, that tomorrow's exercise, it will be difficult to ask all the beneficiaries to come to my place to begin to cut the items away one after the other. So I thought that the committee should come as a committee and cut away with security and all that, cut away the items meant for Obudu. There is a second school of thought that thinks that the items should be divided ward by ward and the ward committee should come and cut the items meant for their ward. So we'll look at these two schools of thought and think of which one is most functional and most appropriate. The essence, the whole essence, is that the item should be taken away from my place safely and taken to either to the wards or to a central location. The list that the committee has put together for beneficiaries will be sent to me. I will run it by some of your leaders. Where there are complaints, we will look at those complaints, still talk to you and try and address them. But where there are no complaints, we will give you the go-ahead to disburse the items. This is not the end of the empowerment. There will be other empowerments. I had cause to tell some people who came to me yesterday to say A, B, C, D names were left out when they were sharing items to the beneficiaries. And I said, you're telling me the time. Because I remember even the last time I did an empowerment, the fallout of that last empowerment was captured in this present. So now that you're mentioning some fallouts, they will be captured in the next phase. So please, like Obudu normally say, if it has not reached you, it doesn't pass you. Once again, I thank you very much. Let me not talk too long. I urge you to continue to support us and to continue to pray for us. On that note, I wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That's a wonderful one from our MP.